You have started to receive glimpses that you are so powerful and that your intuition is actually on point, spot on. I tried saying those two things at once. um, you're realizing how powerful you are. You're realizing how much you actually have control over your life, your experience, your existence, your reality. And the truth is that you've always been magic. And when you were a kid, you really did believe in like magic and all of those things. But as you got older, and life got to you, it feels like that was something that you shoved down or something that you tried to hide because it wasn't the cool thing to do, right? Um, and so I'm feeling like I'm tapping into an energy where you're realizing how powerful you are and you're realizing how magical the world is around us. And the truth is that it's always been magical. Just not everybody sees it or not everybody is aware of it. But recently there has been like so much more awareness that you've been having towards this understanding of this and the seeing this and giving yourself magic and able to provide yourself with your own magical experience. And the more that you're tapping into this magical experience, the more that you're tapping into your inner child and letting them come out and play. Oh, that's so beautiful. And they're just so proud of you. You are exactly who they needed. You are exactly who they needed. When you were young, you didn't really have the support and the protection and the safety that you really needed. And you've become that for yourself. And you've especially become that for your inner child. And they are so proud of you and they're so happy for you. And I'm hearing that sometimes you don't take a step back and just acknowledge like how beautiful you are and how far you've really come. And oof, I'm getting a little emotional. This is more so like a proud emotion that I'm feeling, like a real sense of pride on how far you've come. And even though everything kind of worked against you, like, technically speaking, you weren't supposed to make it this far. Nobody thought that you were. I mean, I don't think that you did either. And at a point in time, I didn't think you thought you were going to make it past a certain point in your life, like a certain age in your life. Um, I'm seeing somebody who really had to smack rock bottom pretty hard and really just didn't see a future for themselves at a point in time during their life. And to overcome that and get to this point has taken so much strength. And you should feel so proud of yourself because your inner child is so proud of you for being able to do that. You've learned how to stand up for yourself and you've learned how to move forward with grace and not to hold resentments and to do it with love and kindness. And partially because you've been able to give yourself love and kindness and compassion, so you're able to now radiate that externally and outwards as well. Excuse me. I do see somebody who, really is just acknowledging how much they've like kind of shoved some of this magical aspect of who they are. So, like, may it be that you didn't watch the shows or like you're really into vampires, but you don't talk about it a lot. I don't know why that one came through. But I'm seeing like fairies and gnomes and just like magical ideas and concepts, right? Like, and then now I'm seeing the magician. So, as you're tapping into like this magical side of yourself and like being truthfully who you are and authentically who you are around that, right? Like, you're starting to um really be able to tap into your own magician energy, your own ability to manifest, your own ability to create exactly what it is that you came here to create, that you want to create in this world. And the more that you are just being true to yourself and letting yourself just be, the more that you are recognizing that the things around you are starting to shift as well and starting to change as well. Master manifester is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that you really needed to like believe in yourself and trust in yourself and learn to like love the parts of yourself that other people really just were not fond of or other people judged you for. Like those are actually the really beautiful parts of yourself and what makes you you. And so you really needed to be able to love on those aspects of yourself and like let yourself be in those aspects of yourself without judgment. And the magical aspect is just one piece of these pieces that you're starting to kind of snuggle into, is what I just heard. You're starting to let yourself be comfortable just being in these spaces and doing these things instead of feeling like there's something wrong with you for liking certain things or wanting to do certain things or spend your time a certain way. I keep seeing mushrooms. I have some on my desk, but um I don't know why. It's just like I keep coming back to it. I'm seeing somebody who is an oracle or a clairvoyant, or someone who believes that they're extremely intuitive. So owls may be of significance to you. And I'm seeing somebody who is starting to, um, like, as you're tapping into your inner child and you're opening up to these things, you're starting to see things more clearly. But I'm also hearing, like, maybe even engage or recognize or tap into like past life experiences. So, one that's significantly coming through for me is like, someone that I'm talking to has had a past life in like a fairy forest of some sort. They've experienced something like that. And so that is something that's been like coming to you a lot. May it be during daydreams, may it be during dreams. I'm seeing dragons now as well. Um, and so whenever I see dragons, I think about like how certain pets, well, I would say most of our pets that we have during our life here on Earth are really meant for us to be able to um like connect very deeply. So they're usually like a soul tie of some sort. And the soul tie that they are, which is kind of the same idea as like if you've ever seen Avatar, they talk about like how you have to like pick your dragon, but they pick you too. Like it's this like kind of like energy where you're picking each other back and forth. And I'm tapping into like people who have animals or pets who came here because they chose each other in a past life, and they came here to be able to help you through your hermit mode, to help you through your time of isolation, to help you through a time of soul expansion and soul growth where you are kind of being forced to spend more time alone, be more with yourself, and learn to regulate your nervous system is really what's coming through with that. And so when I see the dragons, that's usually what I think about is like this soul tie that you have with this pet. They wanted to come into this life to help you, to serve you, to be with you, to help you get through a difficult time that you signed on for before you came here. And so if you feel really deeply connected, it's because of that. And the other piece that's coming through is that, this soul pet, soul tie kind of thing, it also was meant to help you learn how to open up your heart again. So animals often teach us like unconditional love. And when we've had a lot of trauma or had a lot of hurt in our lives, and then they come into our lives in our adult years, they're meant to come into our lives to help us to reopen our heart chakra to let go of the heaviness within there, to learn to love again, to learn like unconditional love. And a lot of the times that is like your first experience of that um, after like a lifetime of difficulty, if we're being very honest. And I'm hearing like generational curse breakers. So I'm hearing that like, your animal has really been like your safe space. It's really been the animal that you come home to at the end of the day, maybe a cat or a dog or whatever, it doesn't matter. Um, or even a horse. I don't know why I'm hearing a horse. But pets are all reptiles, right? Snakes, lizards, they're all shapes and sizes. And regardless of what pet it is, like it's meant to bring you just so much happiness and joy and really help you learn how to open your heart up again and come back to yourself. And I'm hearing that that journey with this pet has been something where you have been moving deeper and deeper into love and opening up your heart chakra since the acquiring of this pet. And that was always part of your path. They chose to come here so that they could walk through some of the most difficult times with you, so that you would know that you were not alone, even before you had awakened. I'm hearing that for some people, this actually came in before they were awakened to the spiritual frequency or to the understanding of spirits, or source or God, whatever you call it. And they were actually meant to walk the path with you through this time of confusion to help you to ground and have a place to come back to. I am seeing that for some people, you've had to walk away from a lot of situations. And so the pet was also meant to help you ground back into yourself after loss or grief as well. And, they know how deeply that you love the pet. It knows how deeply you love. It knows who you truly are on a soul level. You've had many lifetimes together in many different forms. And they came here because they wanted you to be successful and they wanted to support you through your life. It's really beautiful. There's just such a deep, deep love. Oof. And I'm just like feeling someone who just has so much gratitude for their pet and just being able to like, they don't really need to say much. They just kind of sit there and hold space for us. And there's just something very, very beautiful about that. Somebody might be feeling like they can telepathically communicate with their pet. And I would say you're pretty connected to them. So, probably true. Or if you've ever had thoughts about that, I would just be confirming that for you. um, but your pet's not random. Your pet is here for a reason. And a lot of the times they come here to teach us lessons and help us learn things about ourselves as well. But a lot of the time it's about love and heart chakra repairing, if that makes sense. That really took a turn. Okay. I never know where these are gonna go when I start. So let me tap back in. So, you're really coming back to your power and you're coming back to your magic and you're coming back to realizing who you truly are. And that really, you've held this power inside yourself your whole life. You've always been this way, but you just forgot. And so there's a remembrance happening. That's what it seems like is a lot of what's coming through today is like this real energy of remembrance of who you are, remembrance of why you came here, remembrance of what your sole purpose is, and a remembrance around like, you know, things that you chose and why. But the biggest remembrance is that you're starting to remember how powerful you are. You might be feeling pressure behind your nose. That's usually information that the pituitary gland is like starting to I don't know how to say that. Deconsallerate, I don't know why that's coming through. It's starting to stop being frozen. I don't know how else to say that. Like it's starting deconnerization. Okay, Spirit, give me a different word. Um, It's starting to awaken. That's what I'm gonna it's starting to awaken again. So you might be feeling some pressure behind your nose, and that's just information that your third eye is opening even wider. It's opening even bigger. And so a part of you is starting to um kind of like intuitively know that things are going to happen before they happen, and you've been receiving like some type of confirmation of this over time. So may it be that like you think something's going to happen and then 10 minutes it happens. That's kind of like the energy that I'm feeling and getting from this. This is part of like reinforcing the fact that like your power is coming online, like your like um intuitive gifts are also coming online. And so with them coming online, you're starting to get some of these like confirmations so that you can start to recognize like how truly powerful you are, and the fact that you can kind of see through time. Um, I'm being called to say that time is not like linear like we see it within this 3D world that we live in. Time is very much like fluid. And so, your past, present, future, everything is happening right now in this exact moment. And so it's just about like matching to the frequency of what you want to experience in that exact moment. And I did do a reading. This is kind of bringing me back to a reading I did, or a message I did about like timeline jumping and like how to align with your highest timeline. It kind of feels very um reminiscent of that message that I gave a couple weeks ago, if not a week ago. And so you're just starting to really um, receive these confirmations that like you're right about certain things, and like this is just helping you, and kind of asking you to trust yourself more, to recognize how powerful you are, to acknowledge that like what you truly do know, you do know, and you need to like learn to trust in that and hold in that more, and not let yourself like get stuck in the mind of fear that something's not going to happen just because you're letting your old self kind of pull you backwards. So it's about like, really being able to stand strong in this power and the magic that you are truly made of, because you are magic. And being able to really just acknowledge that and see it for what it is, and not let yourself get pulled back into these like fear-based thought patterns. Just because you're not seeing something in the physical doesn't mean that it's not real, or that it's not coming, right? Like, I think that that's usually like when the mind starts to pull you away into that like kind of cycle. It's because you're not seeing something in the physical. So there's like this doubt or this lack that then can come in and kind of pull you off track. And right now, you're being asked to really see your power, really recognize how magical and beautiful and wonderful and amazing you truly are. And you've always been, and really lean into that, and not let yourself get lost in those patterns of lack, or those patterns of, but I'm not seeing it, but knowing it is enough. So what they're saying is like you may not be seeing it in your reality, but you know it, and deep down you have this very strong feeling of its truth, and that's enough. And that's what you need to start to let take over, other than the thought patterns that come in and try to disrupt this. That's trying to pull you backwards and trying to pull you off path. And the reality is that you really need to just let yourself lean into these knowings and lead into these feelings, and let them be truth without question. And when those other things come in, just reinforcing and coming back to how powerful you are, and how you just know your truth. And that's all that really matters at the end of the day. Um, Trying not to get caught in the cycle of, but I don't see it, so it can't be, and then getting lost. Like they're trying to like show you these intuitive things that you're noticing and realizing, because they're wanting you to really be able to lean into your Empress energy, and lean into what you truly know that you are, and what you truly know, instead of like letting everybody else reinforce or shift or change those things for you. It's about truly coming into wholeness and truly coming into oneness within yourself, so that you can truly only recognize that you only need yourself, and everything else external from you will start to change and shift as you come into complete oneness within and trust completely within, from your knowings, from your feelings, from your own sight of what you're seeing, and release the idea that these things external to you have any truth or are real in any way compared to what you truly know. This is more real than anything. And so, this is what they're trying to help you to really believe within yourself and stand strong within yourself so you can truly step out into your power, because your power has always been waiting for you to recognize it. It's always been waiting for you to acknowledge it. It's always been waiting for you to grasp onto it, to come towards it, to align with it. And it will continue to wait for you because it's yours and nothing can ever take that away from you. But the part of the process where you're in right now is recognizing that your truth, your knowing, your reality, what you believe, it is more truth and more honest and more real than anything else could ever be. So keep making the moves towards your power. Keep seeing how magical you are. Keep recognizing the beauty within you. Keep recognizing the magic that you spread everywhere, because you truly are magic. I want you to put that in the comments if this resonated with you. I am magic. Magic is everywhere, and it's in within me too. I love you.